dance of the white witches. In the twilight's embrace, where the wild time blows, the white witches gather where the silver stream flows. With the earth at their feet and the stars overhead, they dance with the elements by the old gods led. Dance, dance, the witches chant with fire, water, earth, and air. In perfect love and perfect trust, their magic spreads everywhere. Through the circle of stones, to the beat of the drum, they summon the power where the magic comes from. With a flick of the wand and a whisper of light, they turn darkness to dawn and day into night. Dance, dance, the witches chant with fire, water, earth, and air. In perfect love and perfect trust, their magic spreads everywhere. In the heart of the woods, where secrets are kept, the witches commune where the greenwood has slept. They speak to the trees, to the sky and the earth, in nature's embrace, with reverence and no shame. Beneath the moon's glow, where the nightingales sing, the witches' enchantments in the air do they fling. With the caress of the breeze and the kiss of the flame, they honor the gods with reverence and no shame. So hear the tale of the witches so bright, who dance with in the twilight's embrace, where the wild time blows, the white witches gather. In the moments that we share, yeah. In the times we take apart, whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain.
Good morning, my beautiful stars. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. Hopefully you're having the best day ever today. Hello, my name is Joshua Bleasy. I am the Unknown Prophet. I am here between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time every day except the weekends. I take those off to self-care. And also, I use my custom-made, homemade deck, the 5-Pass Tarot, to light your worlds on fire and set your worlds ablaze and give you all that you need. I want to say Happy Pride Month to all of my Pride LGBTQ members. LGBTQIO members. I don't care what your sexuality is. If it's your identity and it's what you feel inside of your heart, and if it's the kind of person that you love, love does not know sex. Love does not know anything other than the soul that matches your soul. If you're attracted to a different sex, it's okay. If you haven't come out of the closet yet, that's okay. It's your turn, your time, your patience. LGBTQ. Whether you're in the closet, out of the closet, embrace who you are as a person. Whether you're ready to tell everybody or not, remind yourself that this is your choice and this is who you are. You're just telling people who you really are. So don't be afraid, even if you get the bad comments or people who don't understand. Remind yourself this is for you, not for them. It's to you to express who you are. Whether they accept it or not, that's on them. But if they love you and they love you with all of their heart, it won't matter. That's all that you have to say. Love is love. So happy Pride Month to all of my LGBTQ members. I am a proud bisexual man married to a proud bisexual woman, and we definitely say you are valid no matter your sexuality or whatever you choose to believe in. Hi, high class hippie. I know you went to go get coffee. I've got some right here for you, so I'm clinking my glass to high class hippie as she's trying to get her coffee in time. So, but you know what, guys? Let's talk about my sexuality for a little bit, because I don't talk about that a lot. Now, we all know that I had an experience when I was a little boy that had some things to do with it, but honestly, there's always been this part of me inside where I've felt more feminine than masculine at times. I know I'm a man, but I have more feminine tendencies than I have masculine tendencies. So I act more like a woman than I act like a man. And so I have this within me, this want and need to be attracted to the opposite sex. I am very attracted to men as well as women. Now, the reason I feel that I am attracted to men in the way I feel it is this: I appreciate that there is beauty in all things. Men are just as attractive as female to me, but I tend to lean towards more female kind of sexuality, because that's the way I tend to lean. I'm what they call a straight leaning bi. That means I tend to like women more than men, but I still have both of them within me. I still like men and women. From time to time, you know what? I look at a man and I say, "Ooh, baby, I wish I had some of that," you know? And, you know, it's when you're going through these thoughts and these feelings in your mind, and you're questioning your sexuality, and you're questioning what you want and desire in a partner, and what you really desire within all of those things. What is the need that I needed at the moment? I didn't have a big male influence in my young life. I felt like I wanted that male influence, daddy issues, quote unquote, but I wanted that male experience in my life, and I went and had my male experiencing relationship. It was an experience, but it wasn't all that I hoped it would be. I experienced it. I loved it. I went through it. It was a good experience, but it did kind of make me really decide between whether or not I liked men more or women more. So within me, the chaos inside of my mind, being attracted to females, being attracted to males. Now, my mom, very open-minded. So when I'm telling my mom stuff, she is a loving woman. She doesn't care about what I have. She loves me no matter what I could be. Unless I'm a Satan worshiper killing people in the middle of the dance kind of stuff, then she might question. She'll still love me as a mom, but she won't love me what I do. I'm not the serial killer, so you know what? I'm okay. You know, but she loved and accepted me. Both of my parents never, ever said I was bad or icky because of my beliefs. When I came out of the closet as a bisexual, mom was very accepting. Dad didn't care either way. You know, he wasn't, he knows it. He doesn't care. He loves me no matter what, and he doesn't have a problem with it. Neither does my mom, okay? But not everyone gets parents like that. Not everyone gets people who will understand that. And I had good parents who could accept that. Not every parent or every person in your life will accept it. There's a lot of family members who are very, quote-unquote, religious, and they have belief systems that the way I am is wrong. And in their eyes, God made me wrong, basically. I am choosing to be this way because it's against God's plan and all of that fun stuff, okay? But take that out of the equation. What are we talking about here? We're talking about relationships, right? And yes, male and female helps the species keep going forward. That's kind of in our DNA. We're going to do that no matter what. Okay? We're going to procreate. That's just the way we are, you know. But the thing we're really trying to pass on is to be that memory of us. So that, you know, the reason we choose to remember people like Van Gogh and the artists of the world and the people who wrote the best books in the world and people who played the best baseball games and stuff like that. When these people passed from this world to the next world, we leave behind only our memories. And as we start to figure out who we are as people on the inside. Now, my attraction to men, I like a slightly muscular man. I don't like a big, I'm very superficial when it comes to men. I'm not going to lie. I like a well-built man, little bit of muscle, not a lot of muscle. You know, I like more of the Tom Ellis style of kind of a guy. He's got he's got a little bit of fuzz on the face, very nice clean cut. I genuinely like brown-haired men more than any kind of men. Just right in, I'm attracted to the butt of a man like I'm attracted to boobs of a woman, okay? So, and finding out what that meant inside of myself and coming to terms with what those feelings actually meant to me. Why was I attracted to a male? What was I seeking in that? I was seeking the need to be filled with knowing what that experience was like, understanding what being with a man experience was like, going through it and understanding it. Now, it's hard to describe those experiences because they're so intimate that I could explain it, but you wouldn't get it. You know what I'm saying? I can explain the sex of it all. I can explain the mechanics of it all, but it was two souls trying to see if they matched together as one. And the person that I chose to go be with for my experience was a person who was figuring themselves out as well. So we were both kind of experiencing each other's out and understanding. We're just finishing a little bit of story there, Crypto, and then we'll get to your reading there. But and being a proud member of the community of the LGBTQ member, and embracing that part of myself and allowing myself to explore what those feelings meant to me. Now, like I said, I didn't quite like men as much as women. I liked women a lot more than I liked men. I said I wanted a more female experience than a male experience, but there are those times when I'm very attracted to a men or something like that. So it's like it just feels like when you look at something and you know you want it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But we're going to get into doing readings here. Crypto, I'm going to start to do your cleansing shuffle here. The ethereal light has been lit. And we're going to find out what Steven took the day off for. Maybe he was sick. I don't know. It could be a bunch of reasons. But we'll see what the cards have to say why he was not there, I guess. All right, here are your 10 official shuffles there, Crypto. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we'll find out what the cards say. No God cards on this question answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th card is. So here is the reason he took the day off. First of all, he's battling some things that you don't know anything about. Could be sickness, could be mental, could be very spiritual thing. Sometimes we just take the day off because we need an extra day off. whatever is going on with Steven today, he's battling against something from his past that's coming back and kind of trying to tink his armor a little bit. And he's being faced with understanding what that is. It could be it feels like it may be sickness more than anything. I don't feel like it's, I feel like he took the day off because he wasn't feeling well, honestly. That's my intuitional thought. But he's battling against something inside of himself. So whatever he took the day off for, it's something that's within himself that he's battling against. Whether it's mental or physical, I doubt it's very much spiritual right now. I think it's more of a physical, mental kind of a day off, kind of a day. You know, battling against, finding a way to not be at war with myself. I need to go get better, in other words. There is part of that life or part of the things he wants to let go of. And there's something that today he's kind of like, I'm done with something here. I'm thinking about something here. I have to let something go and move past this. So moving on or moving past something, turning it and transforming it into something more positive. The death card is all about transformation. It's all about saying, I don't need something in my life to fulfill it anymore. I need to put that in the grave so I can make room for a new life to begin. And it might have to do with getting around family or friends. There might have been a death in the family, or there might have been something that's causing him to get around people that he has to get around for legal sickness reasons. He could be in the hospital. You don't know. But the circle card usually means you have to get back around the people who love you the most. The people who would share the most positive stories, give you the most hard truths you need to hear, you know, the real, true friends of your life, not the bullshitters who just show up from time to time. So, you know, whatever's going on, getting back around to the community to get the help that they need. Could be getting help from a partner or somebody else right now, helping them get better, whatever like that. Could be a friend helping them out get better. I think it was just a self-care day. Honestly, Crypto, it's a self-care day. Why do you care whether or not he takes a day off or not? But, you know, I understand not everything is being done for your benefit or your detriment. You know what I'm saying? So not everything that they do is designed to be against you. I'm doing good, BMF. How have you been? I know. I'm just saying, you know, the cards help you see that and kind of validate that. So it's kind of more of a validation for you. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just talking with you, you know? But that's what we're here to do. We're here to, hey, we have a question. I can hopefully get you the answer you seek. I think I gave you what you needed. You decide what to do with that. You know? Yeah, I know, BMF. I know it's been a little bit tough recently. And I know that change is feeling like, why did I do this change right now? But you're adapting to that change. Hey, well, you sent me something. Where did you send me it to? Did you send it on Discord? Where did you send it? Did you send an email? And whatever way you sent me, I appreciate it. So, I didn't get any notifications, but that doesn't mean nothing. Let me check, Valerie. Well, thank you. I just saw the notification for Cash App. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much for the wonderful donation. I don't care how much it was. Thank you for that. I truly do appreciate it. Oh, rumors are just rumors. I'm glad to hear you're well, though. Well, I don't know what rumor you heard, but I was taking a break for a little bit to, and I was thinking about maybe toning down the readings for a little bit, but I was just kind of going back and doing some self care. I had a lot of mundane issues, real life issues I had to do. Thank you very much for that, Valerie. It's much appreciated. Like I always say, I am grateful and thankful for your donations whenever you give them. I will use that wisely. Probably use it towards the tobacco issue I have right now, which is I'm out. So now I have to get up to the store to buy more. So thank you for that. I've still got green. Oh, about you. What, do you want some help with that? I don't need cards for this, though. Your guides are trying. The reason you're going through this right now is, and I'll get to you again in just a second, Crypto, but the reason you're going through it is to build up that resilience so that you know that when you are faced with a much bigger issue like you've been facing right now, that you're ready for it and it doesn't hit this hard as it did next time. Yes, I do have Cash App. They are completely free readings. You don't have to worry about giving me anything if you can't afford it. I have the QR codes up on my screen if you want to scan them and send me something. But you want a reading or need a reading, BMF, don't ever be afraid to come get a reading from me. Because I can kind of feel like you could use one. So, I'm here. Crypto, if they want a reading, I'm going to take them first because I just got done reading you. But I'm going to wait for them to make sure. Why don't... Thank you very much again. I appreciate that again. Thank you. You guys are awesome people. I love you so much. I just got another donation from Valerie. Thank you again for the extra donation. Appreciate that. Okay, go make some coffee. Go take your time. Crypto, why don't you throw me your numbers? I really do appreciate that. Really a lot. You just gave me enough money to pay for my ride up to the store and get tobacco because my tire is broken right now and I don't have it. Okay, well, let's find out, Crypto. I'm going to do a deep cleanse for this. Thank you. And I appreciate the support you guys give me. Even if you're, your time here, just your lurking, just you keeping me up on your screen, that's appreciated. Your follows are appreciated. Your subscriptions are more than appreciated. The donations are sugar coating buttery goodness for me. Okay? I could go get pizza right now. I could go get something that could be beneficial for me and my wife, and we might use that for that reasons, But you try to use that money for a retreat for me and my wifey, and we're kind of running along the tobacco stuff, so maybe we'll use the money for that. I guess I have to go buy some stuff at the store, so maybe you just give me enough money to get up to the store to buy other things that I really, really need right now. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. Does Steven love you? Okay, let's find out if Steven still does love you, okay, Crypto? Here are your 10 official shuffles. 1, 2, too many. 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 cards. God message on the 6th shuffle. 8, 9, and 10. All right, and here we go. The 5th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th card is now on top. Does Steven still love you? So, Crypto, and I do have a 6th God card message too, okay? So, I have a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 cards. So, does Steven still love you? I think he loves you, but not in a romantic way any longer. As a friend, as a person, yes, I believe he loves you. He has to let go of some of the gifts that were given to him. Like I said, the receiving card is all about allowing things to come in your life or allowing things not to come in your life. And you're not the gift he wants to open right now. You may be the last present in the pile, but he is open to ideas with you, but I don't think he's contemplating any moves anytime soon. He's open to the idea of he still loves you in some ways, but it's not the kind of love that you were hoping for. Yeah. But he's too much in the searching for a new journey. He's trying to move past what he learned with you. Unfortunately, Crypto, you were the example of the kind of woman he didn't want in his life. There were certain things about you, not being critical of you. It's just you weren't the right match for him. You weren't what his spirit needed. Maybe you were what he wanted, but that didn't match what he needed. And that's why you got the finding card, finding what you're looking for on the journey. So he's still in search for something. So that's what he's doing, building up that resilience against the things that there were some things that you maybe had done. Maybe it was communication issue. Maybe it was a presence issue. Maybe it was a being present, not, gifts. But you know what I'm saying? But whatever it was kind of building up that resilience to remind himself what his boundaries are and what he wants and doesn't want. And that's what it was mostly for. Does he love you? You're more of the reminder of what he doesn't want right now. He wants to pick up the right kind of change in his life, and you're not in the pile. So I think he loves you, but more as the love we had. I love you for the love what we had, the time that we had. I love. That's what I love, not the you in the present moment anymore. Unfortunately, that's what I'm feeling more than anything, Crypto. And the receiving card kind of seals it because that means he doesn't want to open up your gift. He doesn't want that in his life. That's why he's still searching for something that will fill that need. And you're the reminder of what boundaries he set for himself so that he can make a better choice. So that's your answer on the Stevie question. God card time. Okay, what do God have to tell you today? That the reflection that you're showing right now is one of want, not need. You want Stephen to love you. You want Stephen to accept you. You want Stephen to see something in you you haven't yet seen in yourself. But you reflect to him that image. So when he looks at that image, he sees the person he doesn't want to be with, the old person you used to be. He doesn't see the transforming person you're becoming. That's why you're stuck in wait right now, making a choice and decision about where to take this new energy and this new gift. You can go down the same road, but remind yourself of what your past taught you before, because that's the lesson they're trying to teach you here, Crypto, is that you have to utilize the gifts of not getting what you want to move and shake yourself into being something you do want, to make it into something. So using with the lessons to turn it into that gift that you make for yourself. The teddy bear you wanted wasn't in the pile, but I got gift cards. I can go buy the teddy bear I want, right? But more than anything, it's about you allowing these emotions to come out and be more free. Remember, when you're going through transformation, when you get out of that transformation, you're going to have that emotional freedom to express that self of yourself. You cool the metal down with the emotions of relief, of sadness, of happiness, of depression, of anxiety. All of it comes out to cool that metal down, so that metal that you just got done forging in that fire gets quelled enough so that you can use it. So you're preparing to quell what you've been making in that person of yourself, what you've been tempering, is now ready to be quelled and soaked in the rain of that emotion that needs to be coming out to make that tool that we've created be useful. I don't know what that means to you, but it could mean something you really needed to hear. Valerie, appreciate you coming in today. I'm going to cleanse these cards out for you. Let me know your numbers and your question. You're welcome. Honestly, Crypto, from what I'm feeling, I believe Steven has moved on from you. I don't believe he's looking at you as a partner kind of a deal. You could be friends, but I think that's all it would ever be from this point forward. I think you want more from him than he's willing to give at this point. And maybe somewhere in the future it could grow into something, but it's going to have to be a grow into kind of a situation. That means he'll have to learn to love you. All over again. A new Crypto will have to step onto the plate and date a new Steven. And that means accepting those parts that we just became. You're curious and you're bored? That's fine. I'm just letting you know what the answer is. So, I'm going to cleanse these cards a little bit more for you there to give you the answers you need, Valerie, about you and Jay's relationship will go, love-wise. And they just told me that they're ready for you. All right, here are your 6 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 God cards. And the 11th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. All right, let's see what the cards say about you and your and Jay's relationship, how it will go love-wise, okay? Keep in mind, there is another person here that has to be added into the equation there, Valerie. But with that said, okay, you are in the moment of contemplation right now. It's your choice how you want this relationship to go. You have to go into it knowing you're going to grab the right marble. You have to go into it knowing that even though you don't know what you may be grabbing in the jar of life, that what you pull out, the relationship and the love that you have, is in your hot little hand. You can't think about it forever. You have to own up to it and say it is. Stop wondering if it isn't and say it is. And show Jay that we don't have to be worried about the what if anymore. Let's go experience it together. And that's what we have to move on to, is the stop questioning the little voices in both of our heads. Stop saying to ourselves, I don't trust this because it's just too good to be true sometimes, so I don't trust it, kind of a deal. And right now, you and Jay are showing a little box of who you are. I show this much of Jay to Jay. Jay shows this much of me to him. And we are showing the surface level image. But the real thing we have yet to show is that reflectional part. where we show all of who we are, right? And we're showing a little bit of ourselves, a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more. Because hey, we have boundaries, because we have safety mechanisms, because of the old relationships we've been in, whatever our pile of excuse as or actual reasons are, we tend to put out that image that we want them to see. That's that first surface image we need them to see. But now it's time to take the mask off and show what's underneath the mask. And you're getting to that point right now. What's underneath what I showed you? Can you see the beauty inside of me? The contemplation card. You have to start to trust in the voice and the howl of your voice. Because you are that wolf who called out to the universe. How... Hear my song, O one that loves me. Now, love has come to find you and wants to be a part of your pack, but he keeps circling around because he doesn't know where he belongs in that pack. Do you want him as a leader? Do you want him as a follower? Or do you just want him to be there to share your story and be a part of your story with you? And he's kind of wondering where he belongs in that pack. Is he someone who needs to be the follower, the leader, or does he just want to share your experience with you? The lone wolf comes to the pack when he's ready to join something. He's come to you to say, do I belong here? I heard your call. Let me sniff a couple of butts here and say if I like it here. You know what I'm saying? If you own dogs, you know what that's like. All right, or own cats or any animal. They like to sniff the butts to get that scent, that pure, raw, what do they call it? Your human scent. You know what I mean, right? And calling out to your one true family and hearing that call. But you still have to say, do I belong here? I choose to be here. So choose to be him to be there. And choose him just to be in present, be in the moment. He doesn't have to be the person in charge. He doesn't have to be the person who follows you around like a puppy dog. You just want someone who's your partner, who will hunt with you, who will go after the same things you want, but still, from time to time, go do their own damn thing. It's about a leap of faith, Valerie. When do you start to trust it? When do you start to give in to the crazy chaos that love is? Love is not about the wonderful, good feelings you get from it. Love is going through the worst of worst, holding each other so tight you refuse to let each other go. Getting through the crap of it all. That's what real love and real commitment looks like. Not the times that are good, not the times that are beautiful. The times when things weren't the best. When you had the worst day ever. When that person was in danger, sick. When you and them weren't talking about things, right? But Valerie, if you don't try to start to trust this relationship between you and Jay, if you don't take that running leap off that cliff, even though he's provided you all the safety mechanisms you need to provide you with to tell you you're gonna land okay here. But I need you to take the leap and trust that this is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And then we got God cards for you, Valerie. 2 God cards, in fact. So what do they have to tell you? You know, they're not wrong here. If you have to do anything right now, Valerie, don't be worried about the plan. Don't worry about what direction you're going, how long it's going to take, or where it's going to take you. It's time to let the universe guide you where it wants to guide you. You have to get around the people who are your closest knit circle, the people who are your chosen family, including Mr. Person you love, right? Because the thing we have to start to add is that partner, that team member. Hey, you're a part of this too. Can we decide together how we want to do this? Can we make up the rules that we want to agree to together? How are we choosing to communicate for now? What are we ready to share for now? Blah, 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 blah. It's getting and sharing the stories of life that allow us to lay in that lazy river and just enjoy the time you have with this gentleman. Because if you don't just sit and enjoy it while you got it, you may lose it because you won't appreciate it enough to keep it. Right, Valerie? It's your relationship's in the beginning stages. Okay? Whatever part of it, it's a new beginning. It's a beginning of sorts between you and Jay. And the thing I'm feeling most for both of you right now is that communication has to start to happen more. The I'm ready to share more of me communication. I know we've done the surface level, but now we need to either we have to be vulnerable first and decide we're okay with being vulnerable first. So that's the question we're asking. Am I okay being vulnerable first? Not whether they love you, whether I'm ready to be more vulnerable than they are. Maybe if I show them what I'm like, they'll open up to me. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's exactly what's going to happen. You'll share your concerns, your worries, your doubts, your fears. Your partner needs to know what those things are. Because maybe if they know what your doubts and fears are, they can go, well, you crazy woman, blah, 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 blah. Now you don't have reasons to worry anymore because he's fulfilled those parts of you to explain why he does certain things. It could be old tapes playing in his head, blah, 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 blah. It could be a stressful day. It could be a lot of different things. Men are weird just like women are weird. We all have our own we all have our own bullshit inconsistencies. Look, Mom, I tried to use a big word and it didn't work. But the thing I'm feeling is this partnership between you two can be a powerful, powerful partnership. But, Valerie, what is your power? What is his power? And what power does that make together that's even beyond you? What's the power of God helping you? The power of your love guiding you? What is more powerful than you are? That is the strength. Me and my wife, we have something we call magical freedom. Now, my wife has a very, very Pacific Druidic path. Now, you may not know what that means, but she has a very closer to the earth path. I'm more of the people path. She's more of the caretaker of the earth. I'm more caretaker of the people. You know what I'm saying? So, and when we come together, she holds magic in her heart. I hold freedom in my heart. Magical freedom comes together, and it's a power that's even beyond us. It's so powerful. It's a power of a God. You know what I'm saying? And that power can cut through anything. We believe that without any uncertainty whatsoever. We created this power. We owned this power. And every year we celebrate this gift we were given, this magical freedom, this remembrance of what we always had. But owning it and living in it is two different things. Now we live in it and own that power. So now we live in that magical freedom, that wondrous, beautiful moment, you know? And it's about that. It really is about communication. Letting them know that your worst doubts and fears, Valerie, sometimes they can alleviate those doubts and fears just by telling you, hey, sometimes I'm just a diphead and I don't pay attention. You realize this is your third one, right, Crypto? You know what happens after this? No more readings for today after this one, or you have to tip something. And it's hard to open that door, but someone's got to open the door. And I think you're the one who's ready for it. You're ready to open that vulnerability door more than they are. Yeah, and people don't give the negative enough credit. If it weren't for those negative emotions making you question all of that stuff about yourself, if you didn't have that in your life to bounce back at yourself, your own moral code, your own expectations of self, your own life's expectations, the moment expectations, if we don't have that hope or to look forward to something other than what we already have. And I'm not talking about not being appreciative of what we have, but hoping for that life will continue to keep going the way it's going. You got to do that and stuff, And that is, without hope, life is stale. So 10 and 7 general, just a general reading. Okay, I like this one. Because now we just want a general reading. I can do that. All right, here we go. Here are your 10 official shuffles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7th card. Okay, crypto. Generally speaking, so I know this is pretty much for fun here and a little bit of boredom, but you honestly want to know what you need to know today as well. Living in the joy and the happiness is not as easy as people think it is. When you finally get the things that you are hoping for and needing and wanting in your life, living in the joy of it all, even though things are going well and things are going the way that you want them to go, when it doesn't fulfill that need, and you still feel like you're missing something, you did miss something. You missed the part where you were supposed to sit back, relax, and enjoy what was given to you. So that past gift that has been given to you now into this present, and enjoying the things that have been given to you up to this point. What they want from you now is the ability to share what has been given. You have a lot of happiness. You have a lot of joy. Now it is time to stop being a taker and be a little bit more of a giver. Give a little bit, take a little bit. Give a little bit, take a little bit. Sharing means give and take. It doesn't mean just give. It doesn't mean just take. But honestly, opening up the communications that you need to make between you and the universe, living in that joy, sharing what you are finding joy in, finding what you are happy in with those people surrounding you. So sharing why you are in such a great mood and why your life is going so well may help someone find the balance they need within themselves. You're still being a little ultra defensive though. You're still worried about being butthurt by the universe. And what you have to realize is life comes with butthurt. And if you can be okay with being butthurt once in a while, you don't need to put the daggers out so sharply to protect yourself. I know we're trying to protect ourselves from that future harm or that future whatever, but we're stunting our growth because we've become so locked in that I don't know what to do phase that we defend ourselves against any and all things that could help us or hurt us. We have to melt the ice away with that joy we found, with the things that we have shared along the way. So they're trying to say, don't go back into old bad habits here, reminding you you're starting to tend to go back down those old tapes again. So don't play the same tapes. Remind yourself what you learned. Okay? Don't let this keep you locked in fear or locked in place either. Yeah, the freeze card is all about you stomping your feet to the ground and saying, I'm going to keep moving forward, even if it does scare me, even if the sounds on the ground are making it hard for me to move forward. But I'm going to walk in the happy. I'm going to share that sunshine with as many people as I can, and I'm not going to crystallize myself in fear of what may come, because we all walk in the unknown. Every last one of us walk into that, and not freezing in place and keeping yourself locked into that one step where you hear the cracking, you go, oh wait, is it still safe to keep going? No, you just keep walking until you get across the lake. Or you don't walk across the lake. Don't walk across the frozen lake unless you know it's frozen. If you hear cracks along the way, maybe it wasn't so safe. You should head back while you can. Because you never know. That ice may be thin in places you don't expect it to be. That's called life. And I know crypto, but the part of this dance that you are taking in your life right now, finding out what is the good, what is the bad, what is everything for you. The thing I feel most for you right now, crypto, is that you do know yourself. You do know what you want. Now you're trying to find out the avenues to get the rest of it. Fulfilling want instead of need. You've fulfilled most of the need. Now it's time to go after what you actually want in life. And finding the want rather than the need. That's a trick. That's a trick and a half, because you have to really be honest with yourself and start to say, what do I actually want now that my needs are fulfilled, And sometimes the list is very, very low after you get through all the needs. I'm going to have some green here, guys. Just enough to have a little bit of a pain medication relief there. Not enough to get me high, but enough to help with the pain a little bit there. And crypto, I know most of this was for just because you were bored and stuff like that, but remind yourself that I'm trying to help you move into a more positive place, a more positive world. And there is reasons you keep coming back here for that even if that's a gentle reminder to keep positive. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's for that reason, I'm thankful that you're here. I love you. You're a VIP for a reason. Thank you for being here. Although this is your third and final reading for today, free reading at least. If you want another one, cash at me or PayPal me, okay? Hey, and I appreciate the 100 biddies, okay? So for 100 biddies, I will take another hit. For crypto, may she be high on life. Today, crypto, I send you this blessing. I hereby bless crypto girl to have the best day ever today. May today be the day she walks in sunshine. I unfortunately do not use any other decks. There's a reason I don't use any other decks. Because I have such a strong connection to this one that, all the other decks don't work as well as this one does. You want real accurate readings? You're going to get this one deck. I can go grab another deck, but I'm sorry, that will be a donation of a higher amount than biddies, okay? That's at least a $10 donation to use a different deck. I'll go get it. You want to give me a $10 donation for it? But I'm grabbing the only other one I will use. No, I'm asking, do you want me to go get the other deck? I'll go get it. But I don't use it a lot, so. I don't want to get up out of this chair unless you say you want me to go get the deck. Okay. I just had to fix something real quick here. All right. This is the only other deck that I use. Right here. And this is what the cards look like here. It's your standard tarot deck. Oh, how are you sending the money? PayPal or Cash App? Okay. All right, give me your numbers and whatever question you want me to use. Oh, wait. We're going to wait for you, Crypto. I'm going to start to do a cleansing shuffle for these. I have to really get these ones ready because, like I said, I don't use these a whole lot. So I haven't talked to these cards in a while. All right, what are your numbers? And I'm still waiting to see payment, but I'm going to trust you, Crypto. Eight shuffles. Okay, 8 shuffles. And the second card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, and then what's your second number there, Crypto? One. Okay. All right, here we go. A more standard deck for you to look at here. So we have the 8 of Wands, we have the 5 of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, and the 8 of Disc. A lot of fire in this one. So your question was if Stephen wants to talk to you, right? The thing is that he doesn't want to take that action. He doesn't want you to, he's not ready to take an action on anything. The action card is upright with the arrows going towards the target. So that target hasn't been hit yet. So that question of the past is that from the past, there are arrows heading towards him and he's trying to avoid the arrows. And yeah, I'm doing it for a donation, D, so I'm doing it for a $10 donation from Crypto after the reading, so I'm only using it because of that fact, so I can go get some really good stuff today. So, you know, so the 8 of Wands is all about those 8 issues that had been in your life. There are 8 problems that you couldn't overcome or couldn't get past. If you think about it, maybe 8 isn't the exact number, but there were about 8 different things that we were trying to work on or get past, couldn't get past them. Does he want to be with you? It's more of an avoidance than a want to be with you kind of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Then you have the Five of Wands in your present, which is grounding. And that means being okay with what is going on with your life now. You ground and center. So grounding means you're gonna let go of all of the issues and problems of the past. You're gonna let them go into the ground to be recycled, just like rain is recycled. It goes down into the ground, it gets gathered up by all the plants and trees, that goes out. Right? So the Five of Wands upright is all about taking time to let what just happened soak in. So they're not ready to do anything other than let their life kind of be where it is right now and soaking in some new elements that they're introducing to yourself. So, Stephen, doesn't necessarily not want to talk to you. It's just where, like, if I have to talk to you, I talk to you. If it's a work reason, I'll talk to you kind of a deal. But you have the illumination card in the future there, Crypto. So there is something you do need to talk about, whether or not you're ready to talk about with him. Because the Queen of Wands is all owning that thought that's in your head, owning that thought and expressing that thought to the person, getting that closure by expressing what's going through my head and saying out loud, here's what I'm thinking, here's what I'm choosing to show light to you two, so you can move on, so I can move on, so I can truly leave Stephen behind, or I can say, does he deserve another chance? You know? But I have to shine the light onto the world and actually do that. And then your destiny card is all about the skill of it all. So you have 3 fire cards. Okay? So this means you have to follow your passionate heart. If you are getting 3 fire cards in past, present, and future, you have to do what fire tells us to do. We must consume that which is no longer needed within us, but we need to provide that heat, that blazing. Hey, welcome on in. Thank you very much. And, you know, it's all about that embracing of our personal power. Do you see the QR code right up on top there? You just scan the QR code, or I'll put it here in chat. You go exclamation point PayPal, I believe it gives you that. And so the 3 fire wands are living in the passionate of all, going for it, maybe doing that. I thought, yeah, see, that should be the PayPal. So, but the skill of it all is, the reason that it's a skill that you are learning to adapt, that you're learning to use, how to utilize that fire and passion. Is Stephen the one? Well, there's only one way you're ever going to find out, and that's to ride that pony and jump that train and find out if he deserves a second chance. The skill is that there are 8 things, just like there were 8 things blocking you. These are the targets here that you have to hit. Each one of these arrows has to hit each and every one of those targets that you're trying to fit. So if you don't fix the bullshit and hit the mark on the on the actual target, the bullseye of it all. So not only do you have to make sure you're accurate, you have to make sure that those actually go where they're supposed to go and get rid of those targets. Because as long as you keep walking around and don't deal with those, guess what happens there, friend? Alright? Now, I'm only using this deck for a donation. I do not use this deck on a normal basis. I have my custom-made homemade deck I'm using. I will have to put something in the per stream there that if you want an extra deck, it'll cost a $10 donation to do that. Hey, if that gets me to some donations, maybe that's what I have to do. But Blazing God, welcome on in, first time chatter to, I know. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. I trust you, Crypto. I really do. So appreciate that. I will go double check, but I really don't need to go double check, you know. Yep, it's right there. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I wasn't worried about it. So thank you very much. Let's see, do I have... It's warning. Nope, not warning. Skip line. What is that called? I don't even know. I'm just going to call it. There we go. Alright, so Blazing God, since it is your first time here, let me explain how it works here. Thank you for giving me some time to do that. I use my custom-made, homemade deck. It's called the 5-Pass Tarot. I'm going to ask you to pick some numbers for me today. I want you to ask yourself how many times you want me to shuffle this deck for you. 1 through 10 is the number you choose between. Then I want you to ask yourself a question you would like answered today, or if you just want a general, please, if you have a question, type it as simply as possible so I can understand it. If you want a general, just say general. Then think of a number, 1 through 52, whatever your first pops into your mind, that's where your answers are in my deck. So with that said, if you got your reading now, all I need to know is what you want to know as far as general reading, or if you have a question, and as I like to say, throw me your numbers when you're ready. So when you're ready, throw me your shuffle amount and your 1 through 52 amount, your answers amount. I'm going to grab some coffee here. And grab a smoke while I'm at it. I need a smoke break. So we're just waiting for Blazing God's numbers here. So whenever you're ready, let me know. What does the 18 mean? Oh, TwitchCon. You went to TwitchCon 18. Okay, so I just want you to pick one number 1 through 52. So one number between 1 and 52, not like 4 numbers. So you want me to use each one of those numbered cards? Okay, I can do that. That's something I haven't done before, but that can work. Yeah, okay, which one? Okay, 35 is your number? Just double checking. And just a general reading. Okay, I'm going to start to do their cleansing shuffle. I always do a cleansing shuffle before anybody's reading. I got to fix this camera. Okay, and I'm going to cleanse these cards off for you so that you get the reading you need. We need a general reading for Blazing God. He needs to get some answers for himself today. Let me know when you're ready for Blazing God. Alright, so here are your 4 official shuffles, 35th card. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, what just happened here? We call these God cards, okay? You have a 3 God card message today. It's your first time in my chat, so we'll get to these after your general reading. But 1, 2, 3 message from your higher power, okay? And that was on the last shuffle. So 4, and then we got 35 cards to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 35th card is now on top of my deck. Bottom cards go here. Top cards go there. Let's see what they have to say to you today. I might have to adjust my camera here, so give me a second here. There we go. That's a little bit better for me. And last but not least. Okay. Blazing. Welcome in, by the way. So what I am feeling for you today, Blazing, is that you have recently started to see your world in a new, different way. Appreciating some of the things that you have in your life right now. Really growing to truly appreciate them, though. Not just I'm glad I have them in my life. A real deep appreciation that what has been shown to you up to this point wasn't for nothing. That it had meaning to it. It had reasons to it. You're finally understanding those reasons. Finally understanding why you had to go through all of that. And seeing your world in a new, different way because of that realization. And as you are starting to open up those eyes for the first time and see your world in a new, different way, start to trust that intuitive third eye you have as well. We have two eyes we view the world with. This is how we take in our human experience. But that third eye we don't see, the instinctual part of ourselves that tells us when we're in danger or when it's safe to proceed forward. Learning how to utilize and see through this eye as well as the two that are being given on your head. So trusting in yourself and trusting in your intuitive self that you're making the right choices. Right now, all the universe wants from you is what we call a wandering path. You don't need to worry about a plan for now. You don't even need to be worried about which direction you're going in or how long it's going to take. It's not about that. It's about you being comfortable letting the journey just to continue forward. Like you are laying in the lazy river. Here in Minnesota, we have a big river here where we get in these giant inner tubes and we just travel down this nice long river. Takes about an hour and a half to get to the end of it, right? But you can't just get off this ride. You have to get to the bottom of where they catch you to take you off the ride. They're asking you, get in your damn inner tube. We're going to carry you where we're going to carry you. Trust in us that we're carrying you to the right spot. That's what they're asking you to do right now. This is to help you build that resilience. Reminding yourself that you asked yourself to build that strength within yourself. That you asked yourself to build those boundaries within yourself. To know when to say no. And when to say I can't. And when to say I am not going to. Because we have problems not saying I can help sometimes. We have to stop saying I can help all the time and sometimes saying I can't help you right now. Because they have to go through it themselves. You can't do it for them. You can show them, you can give them an example, all of that stuff. But this fortitude, this armor that you have built up along the way doesn't keep you safe from the things you need to experience. It only shows you what you've experienced and what you've made it through. Now, what do you do with this information, right? Well, we want one thing from you right now. We want you to celebrate everything. The change, the cauldron of change. That you have put in the right ingredients to the cauldron of change. It is cooked thoroughly. It is time to eat. That means sit down, enjoy your meal, talk with your friends, visit with those who are most important to us, show how much joy we're experiencing, talk about the experience of what we reminding ourselves of, and give that honest, good celebration of self. Today is a day to give yourself permission to celebrate self. Give yourself permission to say, I am deserving of this wonderful gift I am getting. Today, if you can afford it, go do something for yourself that is completely something only you want to do for you, not for any other reason. So if it's a spa day, great. If it's a golf day, great. If it's a whatever day, great. Whatever it is, it has to be for you and only you. to celebrate the life that you have been given, the life and the choices that have been shown to you. These were not for nothing. To show you how to celebrate that life, we had to show you what to celebrate. Now, we just want you to lay in that celebration and let us carry you to where we want to carry you. We're going to keep you safe and take you off the ride when it's ready to be taken off. You built this resilience for a reason, but guess what, guy? That was only to show you just how strong you already were, not necessarily what strength you had to gain. Celebrate that. And that's what your general reading is for you today. Now we have something we call God cards here, Blazing. And you have the opportunity for the first time, people who are in my chat for the first time only, they get a choice. God cards are the most extreme messages I will give anybody here. It is a direct message from your higher power, whoever that may be, to you about a question you've been saying, hey, please give me an answer to this question in the most direct way possible. So they've come here to do that. And this is that answer. Now, whatever that means between you and your God is between you and your God. But I always warn people, the first time they come here, the first time they get God cards, this is your only warning. After this fact, if I see you in my chat again, you will automatically get to see your God cards. Because it's your first time here, I want to present you a choice. Do you want to see them or not want to see them? It's up to you. So what does your higher power want you to know and what to communicate with you today is this. Bask in the sunshine. Be like a sunflower in a sunflower field, following the positivity from sunrise to sunset. Then utilize only this much power to turn yourself back around and do it all over again. Let's get around more positive people with more positive mindsets doing the exact same thing. How about if we try that for a little bit? Hey, you're in control of this soup. You just emptied out the soup where people kept adding the ingredients of you. Well, now you get to be the one making the goddamn soup, don't you? Are you going to choose the right ingredients and when to put them in the right order? We know that we have to add the meat and the hard vegetables first so they can get soft. Then we have to add seasonings and other soft vegetables along the way so they don't get mushy. You know, we have to add those things in the right order. Preparing ourselves to add those things in the right order. Choosing to say, I will have self-confidence in my soup. I will have power in my soup. I will have belief in my soup. But if I don't add those ingredients and go, does this taste right every once in a while? Because if you're any kind of a good chef, you taste as you go to make sure you like the flavor. You don't gobble it all up until you know it's perfect for you. We are providing this so that you can build a new safety wall around the new foundation you just laid. So, you set off to do a new start. Congratulations, new start accomplished. How do we protect that new stop? Not from the things that will harm us or help us, but what will keep us going in the most positive direction forward. Now we have to start to build something, though. Something concrete. Something that is a home. We're not building prison anymore. We're building a home. A place where we feel comfortable in. A place where we feel safe in. A place where we can revitalize our energies and go back and get the much needed rest and nourishment we need. That time with other people who understand us in the most intimate ways possible. But we have to build the right kind of walls around that. Not to keep us safe from those things, but to protect those things so that we always have them within us. That's what safety walls are all about. So bask in the sunshine again. Prepare your soup the way you want it to taste. and then build those walls the way you want them so you have that new Mario save spot you wanted. Whatever answer that was from you and your higher power, that's what they needed to tell you today. Hopefully that answered a question that you've been having recently. Then they kind of put you in your place a little bit. Burrito. You know what to do. You know how to be. And Burrito, the other thing about it is that didn't come up in the cards here, is that you are owning your power right now. No, I'm talking to Blazing for a second, not you, Burrito. I'm sorry. Blazing, you're stepping into that power right now. Now you're stepping into the universe and saying, hey, this is what I want. But they do expect you to give something up in return. The doubt, the fear, the anxiety that things will not work out the way you think they will work out. That's what they're waiting for, is that kind of trust. That's what they're waiting for you to see that you can have the capability to do. So if you're going to work on something, that's what they're trying to help you work through right now. So look at everything you've been working through and ask yourself, does this help me come to terms with those things? So a little bit of extra information for you. I know what you meant there, Burrito. So I'm going to get you your reading. Throw me your numbers. Throw me your numbers, as I like to say. And cleansing the cards off for you. General. And thank you for the follow, Blazing. Thank you very much for that. I truly appreciate the like, the follows, the subscribes, the donos. These are completely free. I appreciate anything extra you guys gave me today. Almost $40 that I can go do something with. Maybe we'll go get pizza or something today. And I'll be able to get to the store and get some things I really, really need right now. So thank you all for the donations. I truly appreciate it. It helps a lot, guys. Especially when it's getting to the end of the month, we don't have money. We spend all of our money in the beginning and middle of the month because we have that many things we have to pay off. And we like to get our green and get the things we really want. And we took time to make money for our anniversary this time. So there we go. Here are your 3 official shuffles, though, Blazing. 1, 2, and 3, and 8. 1. Yeah, I'm sorry. Burrito. I just said the wrong name. Burrito, this is for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. If you want me to reshuffle, I will if you feel like I did that, but I don't feel like I did that. It's just I said the wrong name. No, it won't. It's all my cards always read for the right people. Always. So if it's your turn and I'm starting to say it's your shuffle, it's your shuffle. These are the cards that belong to you. If I feel like they're wrong in any way, I will reshuffle. But I feel like you got the right answer here. I just got to count down the 8 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th card. Reshuffle? You got it. We're reshuffling. We're cleansing off. We're shuffling, we're re-cleansing. Re-cleansing. Burrito. I put your energy and only your energy on these cards for this reading. Asking again for Burrito. What is coming up regarding for love for him? Clearing these cards off. And now we begin your new shuffle. Okay. 3 and 8 are still the numbers. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. as far as love goes. So we reshuffled. We did everything that we needed to do. We're good to go. Right, Burrito? Let's go. Let's get into it now. We're ready to answer the question, right? What's coming for love for you? Right? And that's what we really want to know. Right, Burrito? Okay. All right, we're good to go. That's all I want to know. So you want to know what's coming for you in love. The first thing I want you to realize is that you are entering the choice phase of the journey here. The universe is asking you to be specific about the kind of love you want. To write it down on a sheet of paper. I have what I call the One True Love call. So you can call your one true love to you within at least 1 year and a day. It's a powerful, powerful ritual I give to people. But it's very, very, very important you do everything I tell you to do. And you can't use it for a specific person. You have to use it for that call to your one true love. But you have to step and own up to that. You have to give up the doubt that you aren't ready for love. That you have to give up the fear that you are capable of love. You have to let go of all of that stuff that's been holding you back. You leave that behind as you step into your sacred spot. You tell the universe what it is you need and what it is that you need in your life, because we want to share our journey. So who are we sharing our journey with? Why are we sharing the journey with that person? And what am I ready to walk the walk of and talk the talk of and do the do? Be proud of who I am. Be proud of who I have become. Walk my life the way I want to live it. I'm living my life the way I want to live it right now. I'm doing exactly the way I say I want to live my life. Those are the 3 things that the universe expects from you. Owning who you are as a person, willing to give up on the old things that you no longer need, and the trust that they will guide you the right way. Stoking the fire is what it's about. You're stoking the fire near that. You're getting the fire ready to implement the plan. You have yet to burn away some things that you have to let go of. Maybe it's the old bad pattern, or maybe it's something that you used to do, or the kind of people you used to choose. You are burning away that which no longer serves you purpose, but will fuel your fire. So they're the example of what you don't want in your life. So they fuel you because you say, I'm adding you into the fire so I don't go towards you, but I burn my way positively forward by choosing someone who's nothing like you, but exactly what I need. That's the stoke card. Burning away what you don't want, using it as fuel for the fire, adding that extra log of positivity on top of that to keep the fire going. So you're getting that ready. You're getting yourself ready for love. You're getting ready to turn on the light and say, hey, love interest, I'm ready for you. And I know you're ready now. So now here comes the important part, okay? And it is about what ingredients you want to see this kind of relationship you want. So today I will give you my ritual, okay? But you have to put down the right kind of ingredients in the right kind of a way. The sugary, sweety kind of parts, the catalysty kind of parts, the bare essentials of the flavor of who you are, and the spices of life. And then we got to let it all break down, and then we've got to sip from that after we've strained it. So building up and allowing that this is a process. It's building up. You're almost ready to drink or have someone drink your cup. So you're presenting your beer to the world for the first time after straining it and all of that stuff and asking people, do you like what I've made? That's what we're doing right now. That's why you have all of this freedom right now, Burrito. The freedom of choice. Exiting the cage we put ourselves in for our whole lives. The old worries and anxieties no longer matter. all of that baggage has been left behind, and we see that the life that we've been living, we don't want to live anymore. We walk out of the mythical cage and we relock that cage so that we know we've walked out of that experience into a new experience. We throw the key into the center so that we can't get back into that safety cage again. And then we adopt something where we have adopted for the first time. We have freedom of choice, freedom to choose a new, different path, a new, different way forward. So they're giving you a blank check here to write the kind of person you want into existence. So here we go, Burrito. Grab yourself a piece of paper so you can write down some instructions. Let me know when you've done so. And we will give you the call of your one true love ritual today. But it's an extremely powerful ritual. If you use it to attract a person, a name of a person, an image of a person, that person will end up hating you. Hating you so much that they will want to destroy you. So do not use this for a specific person. If you want that, I want you to tell me you're ready to write down your instructions. I'm about to give you a way to call your one true love to you definitively within a year and a day. I was waiting for you to get a pen and a paper and say you were ready to write things down. So let me know when you're ready. I'm grabbing some coffee. And a smoke. If you call, okay, what will make them destroy you? If you use it for a specific person, aka, I want John Smith to love me. Okay? So if you use it with an image of that person, a thought of that person that you want to fall in love with you, that's what will make them want to destroy you. Because you're taking away their free will. When you've done that, they want it back. They'll do whatever it takes to get back their free will. So if that means destroying you to get it so that you don't have control over them anymore, that's why you can't use it for a specific person. If that specific person is meant to be with you, they will hear your call. Okay? If they don't hear your call, they weren't meant to be. That's the way you got to do it. So when you're ready to write down the instructions, I want you to follow these instructions to the letter. Okay? And all it is called is a true love call. It's called the true love's call. Okay? You need a red or pink candle. If you don't have red or pink, white is just fine. Standard candle. I prefer a longer candle than a tea candle, but whatever you got, all right? I need you to grab your favorite scent, whatever that may be. Whether it's rose, pine, or whatever it is, your favorite scent. I need you to grab something representing your favorite color, whatever that is. And a piece of music you like to listen to on a regular basis that fills you with that giggly, I want to be in love feeling. Okay? So, candle, and you need a key. Okay? A blank key, if at all possible. If it says do not duplicate on it, great. If it doesn't, okay, blank key works just fine. I like it saying do not duplicate on it. That's just me, okay? So, that's what you need for the spell, okay? Now, you need a piece of paper, okay? A piece of paper you're going to write stuff on. So, here's what you do, okay? You take a piece of paper. On one side, you write 10 attributes, the kind of things you want in that person. Do you want them to be compassionate? Do you want them to be intelligent? Do you want them to be communicative? Blah, blah, blah. What kind of attributes do you want your person of interest to have? Then the kind of things they like to do on the other side. Are they musical? Do they like to teach? What are their interests? Okay? So what are their interests on one side? What do they feel on the inside, or what do they have on the inside, okay? One side on each. Now, don't combine them. One side on each side, okay? Then, once you're done writing those 10 things on that paper, okay, I want you to take that piece of paper, and what I want you to do is I want you to put that candle in front of you. If you have a scent like a perfume or something, and you can put a little bit of that scent on that candle. Let's say I have rose water. I want to put a little bit of that rose water on the candle there. If you don't, just make sure you smell that scent. Start to play that music. Okay, in the background, make sure your favorite color is near that candle, okay? And as you start to read off each side to the candle, okay, I call to my one true love, the song of my heart. You can say whatever words you want to say, just something saying I'm calling out to my one true love, to hear my song, to hear my heart song. You know what I'm saying? And then you read off each side of the page. I want you to have these attributes. I want you to be interested in these things, okay? And then I want you to think about the kind of love and relationship you want. Okay? As you now read off those things, I want you to take the key in your hand and say, when I am close to this kind of love, this key will glow red hot, but not the kind of hot that hurts, the kind of hot that makes me feel about love and excitement and all of that stuff. What true love feels like, in my opinion, okay? That key will start to glow or heat up in a way that won't feel painful. It will feel warm and welcoming and stuff like that, okay? And I will smell this scent I have put into the air. I will hear this music in my mind or in reality. I will see my favorite color. So the key will glow, you will see your favorite color, maybe hear the music, and have that scent too. That's the signs telling you you're close to your one true love. Okay? And then you send it to the universe. You burn the page. When you are done with all of this, and you ask yourself if you have a song that you want to sing out loud to call to your one true love, I want you to imagine you are calling out like your life depends on them hearing that song. Whatever it is, put your whole emotion into this. As you're burning that page, think of what you want in a relationship. When the page is done, burnt, gone, and done, you hold that key and you say, by my God's power, it is done. Whatever God you believe in, I'm not getting in the way of that. And if within 1 year and a day, that will happen. Okay? Within 1 year and a day, you will meet the person you were meant to meet. It's not a very complicated one, but it is important you do all of those steps. And that's how you know when you're close to the one who's meant for you, too. And you have the buzz normal feelings you have when you want to see someone you love for the first time. Don't ignore your own intuitions either, okay? Just because you have a scent, you have all the boxes are ticked. If you don't feel it, you don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? So, Burrito, I hope that helps you today. I hope that gives you something to look forward to. And remind yourself you want to share your journey with someone. You're not trying to make them fix you. You're just sharing your journey with them. And think about how you want to share a journey with a partner. And I have given this out to people, and they've had great success with it. It's powerful if you believe in it with your whole heart. Do not hold back about what you want and what you need. Is there heartbreak in the reading? So let's say you're in a relationship already, okay? And you're not feeling like it's there. And you want to see if they are the one that is meant for you, okay? And you're worried about being heartbroken. You had to, Burrito, They are the example of what you don't want in a relationship. Ask yourself, do you really believe this would have worked out the way you think it would have worked out? Do you believe it would have been a healthy relationship, or do you believe it would have been toxic as hell if it continued to go forward? I'm believing we went to the toxic side, not the we can fix it side. Okay? So, now you have the prime example of what you do not want. You're not going to go looking for those things anymore, because now, guess what? We have it in concrete, black and white, of what we don't want. Guess what? The universe has just told us what we do want. You write this thing down on a piece of paper. You've emptied yourself to be ready and free from the bullshit. So you don't go looking for the same bullshit anymore. You go looking for someone who does not match any of those things. And then you actually find the person who actually finds you. You most likely, when you do this ritual, the person you are looking for will come find you. You have to pay attention when they come. That's the key there. And you have to trust it. And somewhere down in the future, I suggest you give the key to the person you really feel that you are a part of, and say to them, this is the key to my heart. I give you this key with all of my heart. Please, if you feel like it is no longer belong to you, please give it back to me. It's an easy way to break up, and it's an easy way to say, I'm committed to you, okay? They can put the key in a cupboard, on a chain, whatever way they want to do it. But my wife chooses to keep her key in a very special place. But you're also giving her free will choice. I gave her free will choice to choose me back. So you also have to allow her or him to choose you. And that's the difference between love and true love. Okay? Love can happen anytime. True love, that takes work. You work through the pain of it all. Real true love is getting through the worst of it and still holding on to one another. So, you're ready for real true love. Now you have to understand what it looked like not to have that in your life. And that's why you got put through it. And that's why, yeah, you have a little bit of heartbreak, but come on, let's be reasonable here, okay? It's not going to be that hard to get over the guy. I'm sorry. It's just, okay, that was an experience. Moving forward, if you really thought about it, you went on the roller coaster ride, you got off, you don't want to ride the ride again. You didn't like the ride, so you're not going to go hop on the same roller coaster again. You know what I'm saying? If you want to try a new roller coaster, that might be a lot more fun, because maybe you got the standard wood one that just goes up, down, up, down, up, down. You want the one that goes wee, woo, hoo, wah, the crazy, I can't believe it's completely insane kind of love, right? Because that's what you're really looking for. You're looking for the deep, committed, crazy, chaotic, I can't believe we're in love this much kind of love. That's what you're really ready for, right, Burrito? Because that's what I'm feeling. You're turning the light on and turning it up a little bit more every day. You just self-care enough to say, I went through a breakup. That's my example. Now I can look for the healthier version of what I want. And if you can do that, not only are you actively looking for that partner who matches those things I told you about and attracts those things to you. Burning the letter is you sending it to the gods, because God does not have tools up there. You burn it away, because the only way you send something to the afterlife is by burning it away or letting it die. And you're giving that message to the universe. So you don't even get to see what you wrote down. You have to remember it and think about it. You know what I'm saying? And then not only do you do this in a mundane way, but the universe hears that and goes, this is now we understand what you want. Now we can send the right kind of people your way. And yeah, they're going to present you with choices, but there's one person out of all of those people who will match even better than all the rest. And it will be effortless. It will seem like it's so easy. It will seem like they are too perfect for you. You will probably actually question why this person loves you for a brief moment of time. But once you've accepted that they have loved you or have always loved you, and now they're ready to move it into new things. I think you have a friend you are. Do you? You may not the one you were just with, but do you have a best friend who was trying to give you some really good advice about the guy and you weren't listening? I think he's in love with you. Or she. Is it she or he? I'm not sure on the pronoun here. I'm feeling a mixture of best friend, like female with masculine tendencies, long hair, shoulder length, dirty blondish, wears a lot of red and blue, likes jewelry, best friend feeling, something like that. Someone who's really close to you, you would share intimate secrets with. You don't share everybody else. The person who keeps you in check when you're being a dumbass. But it's your preferable sex. It's not like if you like men, it's a man. If it's a woman, you don't have a best friend. So you don't have anybody in your life who's like a friend, who's always been there for you, who's always been there whenever you needed them. No one like that, huh? Maybe you haven't met them yet then. You could be falling in love with your best friend somewhere in the future. They'll start out as a friend and turn into something else. I don't know. Like I said, the picture I'm seeing in my head is long, shoulder length, dirty brown, blondish hair, more on the darker side than the lighter side. Wears lots of red and blue jewelry. Trying to see if there's a character in the ether that I can pull out that she's like. She's bubbly. She's kind of like, okay, if you know Buffy, she's like a Willow-like character, but more confident in herself. And obviously, in Willow, she discovers she's lesbian, but I believe it's whatever true thing here. So I don't know if you've met this person yet, so. Well, maybe something to keep your eye out for then. They will start to be a friend first, though. I know that for sure. They will be a friend first. And they will turn into somebody who is more important to you than... Proof I do not get everything right, guys. Alexa, notification.
One new notification from Amazon Shopping.
Cancel.
There's a low price offer for your wish list.
And Alexa, cancel.
Cancelling.
Okay. Well, like I said, does he have long, dirty blonde hair? Is that your preference? I don't know. If he's a good friend, then maybe he's the one who leads you to the one true love. It's not always necessarily about that specific person. Yeah. So he might be the one who leads you to the person. Sometimes I see people who will connect you to that one true love too as well. So, like I said, I didn't think it was I'm seeing more female though than male energy here. So yeah, eh, like I said, I don't always get the connections right. So something like that could be possible. I'm realistic about this stuff. I don't. I go with my intuition, what they tell me. I don't always know. They sometimes they hold back answers to it. So, and they give you that general base to. They don't always tell. They're not so great about telling me the. See, the pronouns don't make any sense to them up there. It's just you are who you are. To me, that's what the way they communicate me to me. They don't communicate with. They don't care whether you're bi, gay, whatever. You know, the real love of it is they love you for who they are. You are. Period. There is no comma. There is no space. And I don't care what your preference is. If you love same sex, you love different sex, you love opposite sex, if you don't identify with any of that, the point is that you are who you are and you own that. And whatever that is good for you. Don't impose your beliefs on others. And I know you don't, burrito, but I'm just saying that for a general basis for anybody out there. I understand and I understand what your belief systems are. We try to honor your belief systems, try to honor our belief systems, whether you want to believe we were made right or not made right. All things in the eyes of the gods were made perfect. I eat taco and I eat hot dogs, so either way, I'm good. So I like to eat tacos and hot dogs. I'm a dual person here myself. That's why I show the the bisexual flag up there. I am both attracted to men and females, and that's the truth. I also like a good set of buns. So, I'm not into the big, huge guys. I like a decent sized guy as far as a unit goes, but the unit's not what drives me. Please explain demisexual to me because I don't understand. What does demisexual mean? Because that's a term I haven't heard before. Could you please explain that for me? Because I would love to learn more about it. Oh, okay. So you're more of the emotional connection than the sexual connection. Got you. Oh, okay. See, we learned something new today. And that's understanding. I'm kind of the same way there. I need that. I need to know the person loves me. I need to know the person cares for me before I begin an intimate relationship like that. But I don't consider myself like you. But I understand what you're. Well, I hope I understand what you go through. And that's what we're here to do, guys. Here to find out more about one another. Yeah. And I mean, I've always thought that connection in relationship I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back, guys. Thank you for your patience. I'm cleaning my phone off to see if I can do something real quick. Nope, it's not working. It ain't working. New Beans, I'm sorry I didn't see you get into the queue there. I was having a break and I guess I didn't. Sorry about that. Are you still here, New Beans? New Beans, are you still here? Whenever you're ready, throw me your numbers. Throw me your numbers whenever you're ready there. And your question of the day. We'll get to doing your reading here. I got the cards right over here. I just didn't put them back up on the desk. Okay, and then okay, let me see. I'm gonna check your whisper here. Okay, give me a second to check the whisper. Did you get this all ready for you? So let me see what the question. I won't read it out loud. Okay. Okay, I know what your question is, and I'll keep their name out of it. I'll just say the person you're wanting to know about. Okay. So the person you want to know about, right? I have your question there. I've heard your whisper. So let's see what they says to you, okay? So let me do a cleansing shuffle for you. And turn the music off. Alright, when we're ready here, we got your shuffles ready here. Here are your 5 official shuffles for the question of the person you're thinking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th card. 6th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th card. Almost dropped the ball. Okay. And the 5th card is, let's talk about you and this person. Okay. And what they're feeling for you at this moment, okay? So newbies, just know that this is what they're feeling at the moment. This may change somewhere in the future, but right now this is what they're feeling. And I want to go back and read your question one more time just to make sure I understand what you want to know. You want to know what X feelings are for you right now. So here's what they're feeling right now for you, okay? So the thing that you have to understand is that the person who's thinking about you, seeing you being very determined on your path to get to your goals and dreams or the things that you want in life. They see you as a person who's willing to overcome obstacles to get to the things that will help them somewhere in the future. The hard path is all about you overcoming all obstacles in your way to get to a goal and dream. It will be the hardest thing you've ever done because you're going to have to keep fighting all the way to the end. You rest when you get to the end and accomplish the goal. You have to give yourself a break to soak in the thing that you just learned. So learning it the hard way, you have to understand you have to give it time to soak in. And that's what we're doing now, is letting it soak in. And they're letting all of what's been going on right now, what's been going on through the difficulties and what's been going on through all of that stuff, that whatever obstacles are in their way, they're trying to overcome those obstacles. They're trying to find a way forward, but they still have some ways to go yet. They are thinking that you're putting things together in a much easier way to take in right now. You are creating the elixir of yourself. You want to share that elixir with somebody else, but you're straining out all of the bad ingredients and giving them only the purity of who you really are as a person. That's what we're doing now, is pouring that elixir into that empty glass that he's providing for you. Whether or not he chooses to sip it and like it is where we're at next. So it's more of a, do I enjoy what you've created and do I enjoy what you have? So he's thinking about that. Is this something I want to add into my life? Is this something I want to add into my experience? Is this something I need in my elixir to make me feel needed and wanted and all that stuff? He definitely has a purpose right now when it comes to you. He wants it a certain way, and I don't know if that conflicts with the way you want it, but he has an idea of the way he wants the relationship to look like, and I don't know if you necessarily agree with that idea. He has one idea, you have one idea. You have to come together on the same page. That's what has to happen. You both have to step into that new spot as you're walking on it together. You and him together figure out what the new safe spot is. You and him together build the safety walls that keep your home built strong and able to stand up against all that will throw at it. You put your roof on top of your house to protect you from whatever the world may throw at you. You know, that free will game that we all like to play likes to hit our roof from time to time, whether or not it crashes through it or not. But then you have that door of going in and out whenever you want and ready to go in and out. We own our path. We own what we say we're going to do. If we say we're going to do it, we have to walk the walk, talk the talk, and do what we say we're going to do. So owning up to what we said we would agree to, coming to a new agreement, a new way of doing it, and moving forward and living in that is what we need to do. And once we've clarified that, then we will give the other person what they need. The feed card is all about giving that person what they need. So right now, he thinks you are what he needs. Are you filling that spot within him that he needed filled? That part of him that needed to share a journey with you as a Pacific person. He's adding you to the ingredients of the fermentation to see if he likes if he likes how you taste. And being determined with it, he's being determined with his path about you. He knows what he wants. He's trying to get the right kind of ingredients together, so when he does present what he has to present to you, you will take it in and see if you like it or don't like it. Well, that's what I'm saying. He's figuring that out. It's like going to the bar and getting 5 different kinds of beer. You want to take everyone in, but you want to give yourself a palate cleanser in between. You know, a cracker or something that gives you that fresh taste again to see if you really like it. So he's going back to see if he really likes it. He's narrowed it down to, 2 different things here, you or something else there. And it's either going to be about committing to a new relationship or committing to self-improvement. You know what I'm saying? I think he likes what he's tasting so far because I think you are what he needs. The feed card is all about what you need, not what you want. So you're not feeling I'm sitting down for dinner, we're going to be done with dinner, and that's all I'm going to get out of it is the dinner. No, you want the complete 5-course meal. You know what I'm saying? And it's discovering each flavor you have to offer, each stage. You have the soup that tastes a certain way, the main event that tastes a certain way, the dessert that tastes a certain way, the wine that tastes a certain way. Everything comes together. Do I like how this meal combines with everything else? And it feeds my needs. So I think you are exactly what he needs, and he sees that. It's just whether or not it's the right time, right place to put you in there, in the ingredient pile. Yeah. So he's kind of going through this self-discovery of what he actually needs in his life. What wants is, I want the pretty girl with everything that matches my description of the perfect woman on the inside and outside. That's what I want, but that's not necessarily what I need. What I need is, maybe I need a little bit to tone my maybe I need to show him the vulnerability of me. That's not always a good taste in someone's mouth when you show them who you are on the inside. It can't be a sour taste, but that sourness can sometimes be the thing that makes it be that well-crafted beer you want to go back and taste again, because maybe your flavor profile has updated. You know what I'm saying? Because they say they match certain wines with certain kinds of meat or desserts for a reason, because that's how it tastes good together. So you're matching the wine with the meat. Okay? That's the way I would take it. You're matching the wine to the meal. And I know that you, it feels like New Beans, the thing of it is, yeah, that's exactly what it needs. It needs to have that vulnerability so that it can get that action, that catalyst. You need that catalyst, that discovery, that vulnerability is that yeast that mixes in with I want this specific sugary goody thing in my life. That's what creates the combination of fermentation. So we added the right kind of ingredient now. Now we're actually beginning to mix all of this stuff together and break it down. That's what you're doing right now. You're finishing up the breaking down part and you're getting ready to say, oh, wait, I know it's been in here for a while. It's done all the fermentation I want it to do. It tastes how I want it to taste. The life I'm living is the way I want to live it. Everything seems to be going the way I want it to be going. I'm ready to add something into my life as an accomplishment to the meal I've already created. So does the wine complement the meal you've already created? I like the way this tastes with this part of the meal. Does it match all of the meal all the way through? You're not going to hit every note, but you're going to get the ones that matter. And that's what's kind of going on right now is you're hitting the right kind of notes. And as you start to filter out the junk that doesn't belong there, those doubts, the fears, and the worries of what ifs are being strained out so you can appreciate the well-crafted, long thing you've been working on for a while. Because you don't want to just sit down at dinner and go drink down and you're done. You want to enjoy it throughout the meal. The wine is meant to be there as something to sip in between bites, to have that flavor added into the meal at the right moment. And that's basically what you and him are going through, New Beings. It's about letting go of the anxiety of it and the expectation of it and living in the moment of it and finding a way to realize you need to talk with your partner and really, really, really honest talk time. And let's get past, here are my failings. What are your failings? I don't know if I can defeat any of these. Will you be there when I can't defeat these things? It's a simple support contract between you and your husband. I just want you to be my support person when I need you. I'm not asking you to do it forever either. And when it's your turn, I'm stepping up to the plate. And it just feels like you need to be better at doing that with your partner. Yeah. I didn't want to use his name because, you sent me the whisper. Yeah, the one you're with now. Well, now you have to ask yourself the hardest question you will ever ask yourself, New Beans. Does husband match it still? Does husband still match it? Then develop the best friend in your husband. Then develop the support system in your husband. Show him you will support him. Show him you're his best friend. And he is a lovely man. I think you're very lucky to have this person in your life. And I think you're about to really appreciate that in a very direct way. So prepare yourself for something major to happen that will kind of go, oh, wait, I've got the best thing I've ever had in my life here. So it might be time for self-correction time. Because maybe he's feeling the tension there. He's feeling you pulling away a little bit there. So you might want to quell his worries. Because he gets in his head too, okay? Exactly. It is an understanding and appreciation of one another, you know? But okay, I want to say something to you, okay, with you just saying that. If we talked about the anxiety, if we talked about the overthinking of it all, we would quell those thoughts. We would quell those feelings. Just talking about why I'm feeling like this. sharing why the anxiety is there in the first place. If your husband says to you, "Oh, you're feeling anxiety about that? Here's why you shouldn't feel anxiety about that. Here's what I'm trying to show you to quell that anxiety." You get the answer, so that anxiety goes away. Then the overthinking goes away. Because anxiety leads to overthinking, overthinking leads to panic, panic leads to, oh my dear God, what the fuck am I gonna do? Okay? You guys just need to talk. You really just need to talk. And you need to have that honest, hard, deeply painful talk with your husband there, and really let him know why you feel the way you do. You know, well, I mean, I'm sorry that I make you feel like that, but do you understand that that's what we're working through? If we worked through those things together with your partner, you wouldn't have that worry anymore. That support system would be there, because what are they waiting for? To support them too. So show them you already have been supporting them along the way. Show them how you supported them along the way. If you make them see it, those old thoughts, those old feelings will go away, and those won't be in your life anymore, and those won't be the problems that get in the way of you having that good, honest relationship. Well, that's the other thing, you gotta be in the same place at the same time. I think it's time that you guys stop spending so much time apart and bring your energy back together. Yeah, I would say more of if I were to compare it to a card, I would compare it to the Lovers. The Lovers card would be more accurate for you. Because learning how to fall back in love again, learning how to love and accept someone for all the bad as well as the good, falling in love means I don't care about that shit. I love you as the purity of you. Yeah, Temperance is closer. But you're comparing a tarot card to what you already are going through here. And do you see you're even trying to show yourself in a very subconscious way what you're trying to tell yourself you need. Right, exactly. But now we have to know how that tastes too, right? Now that we know what my flavor and your flavor tastes like, we both got to take a sip of that and go, do we like the flavor now? You know? And the it's not about whether or not, you know, four, 6, 1. Seven, 5, 8. Sorry. I'm going to get going to doing more readings here, guys. I'm sorry. I was trying to fix something on my phone here. It's important that I fix that. Okay, let's get to Sen's reading here for today. I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I'm closing down the queue as of now. If anybody else out there wants a reading, please hop in line. You have 5 minutes before I close the queue down. So, Okay, fuck it. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I'll do it later. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let's get to the readings. Alright, closing the queue down as of now. Son, whenever you're ready, throw me your numbers and your question. I'll do the cleansing shuffle thing for you. I wonder if my friend is on today. Son, whenever you're ready, throw me your numbers. Waiting for your numbers, Sonny. Son, you have 3 minutes now. Son, come in, son. All right, son. Lala, are you here? Come on. Okay. Cleansing shuffle for you. And do you want just a general reading then today, Lala? And you're my last person today. Alright. Alright. Lala, here are your 10 official shuffles. 1, 2, too many. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have a 1-2 God card message for you today. And the 18th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th card is now on top. I don't need these cards anymore. So into the bag they go. I only need the first 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The rest go in the bag, and your God cards have already been chosen for you. Okay. General for Lala today about what they need to know, okay? This one's going to be a little bit heavy. I'm going to kick your ass a little bit here, Lala. So be ready for change and transformation today. That's all I ask, okay? because you cannot keep doing this to yourself. This battle that wages inside of you, it's time to stop being at war. It really, really is. Time for you to stop fighting with yourself over the stupidest, dumbest, tiniest little things. It is time to put down the swords and stop attacking yourself and start embracing the things that you need to embrace. Maybe it's time to take a different path, Lala. You have been considering, you've been very honey badger, getting to your goals on the hard path. The hard path is all about getting to your goals as quickly as possible, climbing any obstacles in your way to get there. You do have to take a break to rest afterwards, but it's more of a letting it soak in so you understand you made a big choice and change. Then you have the easy path, which is a plan. You take each step as if it was the only goal in your life. You celebrate that goal. You let that goal go. You make a new goal. You start the new goal. You end that goal. You celebrate the goal all the way to the end. It may take you 5 steps to get there, but you do eventually get there. You don't need to take breaks along this way because you're doing it after every step. So we combine those two paths together. And what you're doing right now is cutting through what I call the bullshit. You know you've had to face this for a while now. You know that there's something in your life you've been right under your nose that you know has always been there, that has always stopped you from the happy or whatever you wanted in your life. It's always been there. It's not a curse. It's not a demon. It's just what you aren't able to see because it's right in front of you. Now, you cut through the reeds that are standing in front of you. You can see the path forward. So what are the reeds? The reeds are the bullshit you keep putting up. The anxiety, the fear, my dirty hands. But you see what I mean by that? We choose two paths as one. But we have to cut through the BS to get to the end of the dock there. That's why you got the unseen path. Now the extinguished card is popping up for a very specific reason. Because we've left the bullshit behind, but we also set it on fire to burn it away. We have to make sure it burns away completely and make sure it's completely extinguished out of our lives as well. So it's not just enough to say, I cut through the bullshit. I have to burn it away and make sure I put out the fire. So make sure that you put out your fires before you move forward to doing new, different, more important things. Don't let the guilt of the past rule you. Don't let your mistakes rule you. And don't be afraid of you succeeding in the future. Because what you're really afraid of is succeeding in the future. Because if we finally got everything we ever asked for, could we appreciate it? Would we be okay living in it? We've been so used to the other side of the coin for so long that we feel guilty when we start to obtain the things we've wanted the most. And I bet right now that's the major feeling you're having right now. A feeling of, I don't deserve this. I shouldn't be getting this. When you should be saying, the fuck yes, I deserve this. Fuck yes, I earned this. Fuck yes, this is what I needed in my life. Not associating your past guilt with your future guilt. So don't let it carry forward. Let it end and let it be done. So that's what your general reading is trying to tell you today. Now let's see what the God cards have to tell you. Directly from your higher power to you there, Lala. What does God want you to know today? They want you to open up and start to share with them what you want. I'm not talking about the simple kind of prayer here. I'm talking to the invisible voice that's outside of me, that has more power than me, that is God of the whole universe. I need you to hear what I haven't been sharing. To let it go. To let them take it from you. To let them give you the forgiveness or the much needed reverence that you need and the hope to move on. because you have to share the right information. Once you've shared the right information, now we can prepare a place to transform that. Now we can prepare a place because you're gathering wood in the share pile. Now you have to put it into the forge and heat it up. So what are we using as fuel for the fire? And we prepared you for that so you can have fuel for your fire. What you transform into, we still leave in your hands. It's your transformation. You do what you feel you're ready for. We'll support it. That's what they're saying. We will support the change that you are making in your life. We will support the image you want to be. They will come along and be a part of that. So, I don't know if that was an ass kicking, but it felt like it was, because I kind of felt like you become complacent and become kind of muted, and you're giving yourself excuses, and it's not the universe excuses here. It's self. I'm really don't know if I'm ready for more excuses. We are going to go out on a high note. And we're going to go raid my homie, Games with Snakes. He is a 420 content creator. He is one of my best friends on Twitch. He is my Twitch brother. And I cannot say enough good thing. He's the place you want to go when you want to just chill, relax, listen to some music, listen to some life, smoke some pot, and just have a good old time. So we're going to go shout Mr. Games with Snakes out, and you're going to go and follow. Please give him 5 to 10 minutes of your time. If he's not your bag, I understand, but give him a like and a follow if you like him, and copy that raid message as we go to raid out to my friend Games with Snakes, and we will be playing some of the pretty music on the way out. So enjoy my new song called Forever, playing on its way out, okay? Love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. So I'm not looking towards the screen, that's why. And happy Pride Month to all. I love you. I hope you have a great, beautiful day. Don't be afraid of who you are. Embrace who you are. Thank you guys, and have a great day.